So what would you like other parents to know who maybe at the very beginning stages of going through this with one of their children?
Well, like I said before, the three components that are so important. You need to stay connected to your child, no matter what. And if you were the one that had to do the dirty and take them in, protesting all the way, and there's a disconnection, then you need to start working immediately on getting that connection back. It's absolutely vital that these kids, whether they're 10 or 24, they need their family. It is vital that you stay connected to them. You do whatever it takes to get that connection back again. It's really important. And to trust EPI. They're amazing. They know what they're doing. And it'll work. And everyone's different. So it's, it's really important too. And then the child themselves, like I really truly believe that they need to learn to speak out, speak positively. I've always said, if whatever your mouth is saying, your brain will follow. So if the family's being positive and the doctor's being positive and you're being positive, you're far more likely to have a positive outcome. It sounds hokey, but it really works. It's really, if the kid's believing in himself or herself, it makes all the difference in the world. And they need to feel safe at all times. And, well, for lack of another word, normal. They need to feel, and they have a ton of company out there. There's lots of kids that have mental illnesses, and it's not the end of the world.
How did you promote safety and confidence in your home?
In the home?
And with Michael?
Well, I first of all educated everybody that was going to come in contact with him. Literally sat them down at the dinner table and read Googles to them and talked about it from a positive point of view. The family, I'm very fortunate. I had a family that was extremely close and ready to dive in and do whatever it took. And Michael's very, very musical. So we super encouraged that. And that's probably been a big saving grace for him. And so everybody, his dad and he hadn't been all that close. This really drew them together in a really good way. And then he would be there and we'd do the same thing, everybody, we just presumed he was going to do well. And we got him presuming it. This day is going to come here, Michael, when you're not going to be huge and you're going to be fine again and you're going to be working and productive and so talking.
Right. Did you have to parent him any differently following the
good question.
The illness? In terms of expectations or that kind of thing?
Yeah. He went on disability, and which really relieved the pressure to find money working. There's no way he could have worked. So that was as far as parenting goes, I keep track of him all the time. Even when I'm on the other side of the world, we have contact every single day. And I don't know if that's because he had a mental illness or if it's because he disappeared for 24 hours and I didn't know where he was, and it's left a freaky thing with me. But I do keep track of his moods. It's easy for me, I'm around him, and I can tell when he's going down or up, and just make little suggestions. I don't want to enable. He needs to monitor himself, and he's pretty good at it. I don't like to interfere with that, but yeah.
In a previous conversation we've had, we talked about the sort of adjustments that you had to make in parenting him and how it's different than parenting your other children in terms of consequences and learning.
Yeah, it is. The expectations are different. So if I have I have kids, I've got other kids, there's things I don't even think about with the other kids. They're all adults. They all look after themselves, and sometimes they do foolish things, and sometimes they do amazing things. But with Michael, yeah, it is different. You know, he lives a little differently. He's not, for one thing, he's had lots of jobs. He has no trouble getting work, but he doesn't keep jobs. Within 3 months, they let him go. He's too big, he's too slow, he doesn't process. I don't know what it is. And I don't know if he's ever going to be like his brothers and sisters. I don't know. And so I also give him probably more leeway to pursue his hobbies, or whatever you want to call them. He'd have a fit if he thought I'd said that, a hobby. But he's musical. He writes music. He's incredible. He plays like 40 instruments, and he's in bands and stuff like that. All great stuff that doesn't pay, you know. If he were like one of his brothers or sisters, I'd probably be saying, well, it's time for you to go find your own place to live and get a job that pays and play in your little band on the weekend, you know. But with him, I let him do it. So yeah, it's different, you know. I don't know I don't know how that's going to look 5 years from now, you know. I don't plan. Yeah.